Trump didn't expect this much. EU shocked by Canada's move to replace the U.S. in all exports. Imagine waking up to find that your best friend has decided to hang out with someone else, someone you never thought they'd choose over you. That's the kind of shockwave that rippled through the political landscape when Canada announced its intention to pivot its trade focus from the U.S. to the European Union. As news of this decision made headlines, many, including Donald Trump, were left scratching their heads. But before we continue, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates. What does this mean for international relations? How will it affect trade dynamics? And why did Canada make such a bold move? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into a story filled with intrigue, economic strategy, and a sprinkle of political drama. In today's interconnected world, trade agreements and partnerships are the lifeblood of economies. They dictate everything from job creation to consumer prices. So, when Canada, a key ally of the U.S., decided to strengthen ties with the EU, eyebrows raised across the globe. Let's break down the factors that led to Canada's surprising pivot. Relying heavily on the U.S. for exports can be risky. Canada recognized a need to diversify its trading partners to safeguard its economy. The changing political landscape in the U.S. under Trump's administration raised concerns in Canada about future trade stability. The EU represents a massive market with diverse opportunities for Canadian goods and services. Canada saw this as a chance to expand its footprint. Have you ever felt the need to change course in your life, whether it was in a job or a personal relationship? Sometimes, a bold move is necessary to secure a better future. When the news broke, the reactions were swift and varied. As expected, Donald Trump didn't hold back. Known for his fiery rhetoric, he took to social media with a tweet that sent shockwaves through political circles. Canada thinks it can replace the U.S. in exports? Not on my watch. America first. Trump's response fueled a media frenzy, with pundits debating the implications for U.S.-Canada relations. Some of Trump's supporters cheered his assertiveness, while others expressed concerns about the long-term consequences of alienating a close ally. How do you think you would react if someone you trusted suddenly turned their back on you? It's a tough pill to swallow. The European Union, on the other hand, had a different reaction. They were pleasantly surprised by Canada's move, seeing it as an opportunity to strengthen their own economic ties. EU leaders began discussing potential trade agreements with Canada, eager to capitalize on the situation. This pivot could signal a shift in global trade dynamics, with the EU gaining more leverage in North American markets. What would you do if a friend's unexpected decision opened up new opportunities for you? It could be a game changer. The decision to focus on the EU has far-reaching economic implications for both Canada and the U.S. Let's explore what's at stake. By diversifying its trade, Canada can potentially create new jobs in sectors that thrive in European markets, from technology to agriculture. Stability against U.S. uncertainties, reducing reliance on the U.S., can provide Canada with a buffer against economic fluctuations and political instability in the States. Have you ever made a decision that felt risky, but ultimately led to a more stable situation in your life? It's all about weighing the risks and rewards. The U.S. stands to lose a significant amount of export revenue if Canada successfully shifts its focus to the EU. Trump's administration may face backlash from American farmers and businesses that rely on Canadian trade. What would it feel like to lose a vital resource you once took for granted? It's a sobering thought. In the world of politics, alliances are everything. Canada's move has implications for international relations that go beyond trade. Canada and the EU have begun to explore strategic partnerships that could lead to mutual benefits in technology, environmental policy, and more. Countering U.S. influence, this shift could serve as a counterbalance to U.S. dominance in North America, with Canada and the EU working together to create a stronger economic bloc. Have you ever formed a new alliance that changed the game for you? Sometimes new partnerships can lead to unexpected successes. A test to trust Canada's pivot may force the U.S. to reevaluate its approach to trade with its northern neighbor, potentially leading to new negotiations. The relationship between the U.S. and Canada could be tested as Canada seeks to solidify its new ties with the EU. What would you do if a friend started collaborating with someone you didn't trust? It's a tricky situation. As we look ahead, it's clear that trade dynamics are shifting. What does the future hold for Canada, the U.S., and EU? With a focus on the EU, Canadian businesses may find new opportunities to expand into lucrative markets. Innovation and growth. Collaborating with European companies can lead to innovation, particularly in tech and sustainability. Have you ever taken a leap of faith that opened new doors for you? Sometimes, the best opportunities come from unexpected changes. The U.S. must adapt to this new reality and find ways to strengthen its trade agreements with Canada. Restoring trust with Canada will be essential for a stable trading relationship moving forward. What steps would you take to rebuild trust after setback? It's crucial to focus on open communication. As we wrap up this analysis of Canada's bold move to replace the U.S. with the EU in exports, it's evident that the world of trade is as dynamic as ever. What do you think about Canada's decision? Are you surprised by Trump's reaction? Join the conversation. Share your thoughts and experiences. Let's keep this dialogue going, because your voice matters in shaping the future of international relations. Engage with this content, share it with friends, and together, let's navigate the ever-changing landscape of global trade.